Okay, so as you can see from the person research matrix, you guys, there are 4 categories: birth and growing up, personal life as an adult, impact effect on World War II, after World War II, and death. And when you do your PowerPoint, there's 4 categories. Each one of those categories has to go on a separate slide in your PowerPoint. Remember the exemplar I showed you with the A? How one slide I showed you yesterday, one slide says birth and growing up, and then you put all your information that you've researched under that. You can use 6, 8 slides under that. Then you'll have one that says personal life as an adult, and then you'll put your information under that. One that says impact effect on World War II, and one that says after World War II and death. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to think aloud some of the things that I would want to research about this person that I'm going to do. So I'm going to go and put a bullet in here. So you guys go ahead and put a bullet in. Should show it at the top of your screen. Enter a bullet. Shoulder partners, help one another, please. Yes.
What happens if your person dies and
You know, and that is the case, like especially with Anne Frank. She asked what happens if your person dies during the war. Then you come to me and we'll come up with something together, because that kind of is an exception, honey. Okay? All right, so birth and growing up. What's one of the first things I'd want to research about the person that I chose? I'd probably want to know birth date. Okay, so I'm going to start with birth date. And I'm going to try and make this a little bigger here. And I'm going to show just one category at a time. Okay. I'm going to go to 110%. Can you see that better? Okay. Another thing, and I'm thinking aloud now, I would want to know place of birth. I think that I would want to know if this person had any siblings, and especially if the siblings ended up being famous, or maybe it would be interesting to note the birth order of this person. Was this person the oldest in the family? Was this person the youngest? I would want to know something about this person's parents. Such as, and if you want to tab in, you hit enter and then see the arrow on the top here? The arrow that goes right, that'll give you a sub-tab. So what kind of discipline did this parent believe in? Okay, can you help each other, please? Your shoulder partners? You go up to the top and tab over. Okay, what kind of discipline did this person have? What else? Now you guys help me. What else might you want to know about the parents? What would you want to know about your, yes, Lucas? Jobs. Okay, so their occupations. What kind of jobs did these parents hold down? Okay, anything else that you think you'd want to know? Yes. Okay, so you would want to know their financial income as well. Okay, now to go back to the other bullet again, you just press the sideways to the left. Yes?
When you wanted to know if they were Jewish or not.
Okay, so we would want to know their ethnicity. You know, another thing, that just brought something else to mind. Casey, go ahead.
No, I have a blank. No, never mind.
Oh, okay. I would want to know the religion, because that can make a difference when you're studying the wars and how, you know, if they're being persecuted or not. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the top here and I'm going to hit the over button. I got to put it here. Over. Okay, so I would probably want to know, what are some other things as a child or a young person you'd want to know about the person you're... Okay, but we're talking about birth and growing up. Now, these are famous people you're going to be choosing, like generals and on both sides. So what else would you want to know, guys, as a young person? How about this? School. What school was attended? How about hobbies this person had? Maybe you'd want to know friends that this person had. Now, if there weren't any famous friends or anything, you don't mention that, of course. But it's nice to know if this person was an introvert or an extrovert. So we're going to put that down. And we're going to talk about it. Okay, what does it mean to be an introvert? Anyone know?
Forgot which one's which, but like the red one's like,
In means inside yourself.
so when you're by yourself, you're more like yourself, you're more outgoing. But when you're, and then extroverts, like when you're with other people, that's when you're by like yourself.
Yeah, so introvert means you like to be alone, you like to do things by yourself. You're okay when you're by yourself. Extrovert means you have to be out and around people and you like being around people. Okay? Yes.
Skills,
Okay, what do you mean by skills?
like if they're good at working with.
Okay, we're looking as a child now. This is as a young person, not an adult. So we have to think about that. So maybe you want to know jobs held. Okay, that's a good one. Jobs held. Maybe there were chores this person had to do that had something to do with the kind of person they became. Here's something that I think would be important to know is, let's put extracurricular activities. Did this person excel at track or basketball or art or music, something like that? And I think this is one that's especially helpful when you're researching, especially if you have a person that ended up being not very nice. And that would be like, let's say you had Hitler, for instance. Were there any traumatizing childhood events? They can change a person, can't they? So that might be a big part of the picture there. And was there anything, whoops, or anyone that influenced them in negative or positive way? Was there something in this person's background as a child that helped form who they became as adults? And when you do your research, you can discover if there is or there isn't. Now, here's my question to you guys. What if you have your person and some of these bullets just don't apply? Do you try to answer them anyway? No, you just delete them. That's all you do. Okay, you don't put them in there. You don't use them. Now, what if you find something under childhood or birth and growing up that's important, but it's not a bullet? What do? You add your own. Very good. So all this is, guys, is a guide. You use the ones that work for you, you don't use the ones that don't, and you add some if you need to.